Erin Haley, the digestive coach for moms, and I have a friend with me today. My friend and my son, my little, as I call him. This is Liam, and I'm going to do some camera adjusting here. Let's see.
Oh.
I want to make sure you can see us. Can you see us?
Yeah.
I think you can see us. Hi, we're live. Can I get a whoop whoop? Even a 7-year-old gets embarrassed by their mom. What can I tell you? Hi there, how are you guys tonight? I hope you're having a good night. I am so excited for this Gut Love Live session because it starts the official start day of our summer series, the SCD Made Simple Cooking for Summer series. Now, if you have gut struggles and if you have Crohn's or colitis, I'm not sure if you've heard about the specific carbohydrate diet yet, so let me just tell you a little bit about it before we get started. The specific carbohydrate diet, you're not going to do that the whole time, are you? The specific carbohydrate diet, and you can see from behind, you can probably see the kitchen, you know, we had a really challenging day, and the kitchen didn't get so cleaned up. Seriously?
Why?
No. And the kitchen didn't get so cleaned up today.
No.
So I don't know what you can see behind us, but it's real, right? I've got 3 kids. You've got kids. You're a mom. You know what it's like. So sorry about the kitchen being kind of a mess today. Anyway, and I also have to mention this. What do you guys think about this going on here? My 15-year-old told me twice today that I look like a nurse. What do you think? Do I look like a nurse? I didn't really think anything of it until a few minutes ago when I actually looked at myself in the mirror before we went live, and I thought, you know what? I think he's right. I think I might look a little bit like a nurse. So you can tell me in the comments what you think. Do I look like a nurse? Anyway, it's the summer. We're starting this summer series. It's the perfect time to explore the specific carbohydrate diet. Maybe you have heard of this before. If you have Crohn's disease, or you have colitis, or you have some seriously chronic gut struggles like chronic diarrhea or chronic constipation, you may have heard about it before. It's a wonderful way to rebalance your gut bacteria so that you can heal and quiet those gut issues. And so this summer, I just want to give you a taste of it because maybe you just started out on it. Maybe you are thinking about it, you've heard about it before, and you're just kind of thinking about it. Shh. It's not your part yet. Do you want me to call you when it's your part? Okay, I'll call you. He's going to help us today. He'll be back. Anyway, maybe you're just thinking about it and you don't know if it's the right fit for you. Well, the summer, is that really the time to jump in with both feet onto this crazy eating plan and something that's a little bit challenging at first? The summer's the time when you want to just kick back, you want to be lazy, you want to enjoy yourself, right? And so that's why I decided this would be the perfect summer series so that you could just dip a toe in. You could just kind of see what would it possibly be like to live on the specific carbohydrate diet. What are the foods like? Would I like them? Would I enjoy it? Do I have the time to cook this food? So this is your dip the toe in. So there are select days. It's not going to be every Thursday, but there's going to be select Thursdays. And if you want to hear about what those days are, go ahead and leave me a comment or message me, and I will definitely let you know what the dates are going to be. But we're going to be meeting on Thursdays throughout the summer, and every time it's going to be a new SCD, a new specific carbohydrate diet recipe, so that you can see, is this something I'd be interested in? Is it something I want to try? Does that sound good? Okay, so let's get started with our first one. And the first one is all about homemade nut milk. Now, are you dairy-free? Have you thought about being dairy-free? Dairy is really disruptive and certainly inflammatory when you have gut struggles. So you may have thought about that. Maybe you've even gone to the store and you've bought the milk like this. And I gotta be full disclosure here, and I gotta tell you that yes, I do have this in my home sometimes. This is the Cashew Milk. Liam's gonna be our model and hold that for us. You know what, Liam, can you do me a favor and just hold that up for a second, because I want you guys to see what we're doing, and you can't because it's just all too high. Everything is set up too high. So I'm gonna have Liam hold that up for a second while I just adjust the camera. Okay, here we you go.
And milk on my head, kind of. Hi, people.
Let's see if that works.
My mom's coming back. Now let's get started.
I'm back. I think what we're gonna have to do is just hold things up because I want you to be able to see what's on the counter, and I don't think you can see that. Yeah. Okay, you can put this down now. Anyway, so yes, I do buy it sometimes. I buy the nut milk sometimes, so no shame or blame here. But what I want to tell you is that the ingredients, if you have Crohn's or you have colitis or you have other chronic gut issues, this kind of store-bought milk is going to be difficult for you to digest. I want to read you some of the ingredients and tell you why, so that you know why this dairy-free aisle at the grocery store is something you probably want to avoid. And I'm also going to tell you what you can do instead and why it's so easy to do it, okay? So if you're live with us, say hi and let us know in the comments. I'm trying to see if I can see my comments. I decided to do this live on my phone today, so we'll see if I can see the comments, but say hi if you're live. If you have a question, post it in there. If I don't get to it while we're live, then I'll definitely get to it after, if I can't see it, because right now I'm not seeing any, I'm not seeing the comment feed. I don't know why. I'm on my phone. I should have got my computer. Hey, will you run and get me my computer, please? It's in my office. We'll have Liam go get it. Okay. Anyway, so let me read you some of these ingredients. These are the things you want to watch out for. So this is cashew milk, like I said. So it does have cashews and water, and I like that that's the first ingredients, but then it has some other things. It has less than 2% or less of the following. And I'm not going to read you the whole list because it's a pretty long list, and that ought to tell you right there. You don't want to buy something with a long ingredient list. Chances are most of them are gut disruptors, so you don't want to do that. Hi, Leslie. How are you? Good to see you. My comments are working. Thanks for saying hi. It's great to see you. If you have any questions at all, definitely pop them in the comment section because it looks like it is working. Okay, so what we have here are a bunch of vitamins, but these are not vitamins found in nature. These are not vitamins found in plants and vegetables, things like that. These are man-made vitamins. So they're things like vitamin E, vitamin A, there's sea salt, and here's the one that I hate. I gotta be honest and tell you, natural flavor. Here's the thing about natural flavor. The FDA does not regulate the words natural flavor. So natural flavor could be anything. And I know if you've watched me before, you know I've said this before. It could be cow poop, people. Now, I'm not saying that that's what's in this, but natural flavor, it could be anything. It could be anything. It really doesn't mean that it's a healthy ingredient. I got it to work, so I don't even need it. You can put it right there, but thank you. And then I want to tell you about a couple other things that are in here. It goes on, there's more ingredients, but then there's also locust bean gum and gallon gum. Talk about gut disruptors. These are not things that we want in our dairy-free milk. So, and they're not SCD legal. That's that diet I was talking to you about, what we're going to be spending all summer talking about, the specific carbohydrate diet. It has these foods on. I don't really know why it got labeled that, but it has this legal foods and illegal foods. Basically, that just means legal means you can eat it or drink it, and illegal means you can't. So that's just how they do it. They say illegal and legal on the specific carbohydrate diet. So anyway, so what you want to do is make it at home. You do not want to buy this at the grocery store, especially if you're trying to be SCD legal. And here's the thing. It is so simple. It is so simple to make at home, and that's what I want to show you today. So today, we're going to start with, Liam, can you do me a favor and go to the refrigerator and get the nuts? So today I want to show you how to make 3 kinds of nut milk. Cashew milk, almond milk, and coconut milk. And these are all SCD legal. Okay, and I just have to tell you guys that in case you're watching this and you're hearing background noise, I have 3 kids. It's kind of chaotic in my house sometimes. So, and I'm in my kitchen, so you might hear that. Let me see. You don't see the nuts? I just asked Liam to go get the nuts, but he doesn't see them. I don't know. All right, come back. I don't know what happened to them. Okay, but here you go. Cashews. Okay, so you could use cashews. You could use almonds to make your nut milk. Or you could also use coconuts, right? I tend to get these in bulk because, you know, these kinds of things are a little bit expensive, so I like to get them in bulk. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys start to finish how to make this, and you're gonna see how simple it is. You want to soak your nuts first, okay? So I'm gonna do cashew milk today, and you would wanna soak these. You're just gonna take a cup, so 1 cup of nuts. You're gonna soak it in water. You just wanna make sure there isn't an actual amount for the water. You just wanna make sure that it covers the nuts. Does that make sense? Just cover the nuts. And you want it to soak, the water needs to get into it, needs to get like to soak through, it needs to be porous. So you wanna just soak that for 6 to 8 hours. Okay, 6 to 8 hours definitely for the almonds because that's a harder nut, right? So you want to do that a little bit longer. But the cashews, sometimes 4 to 6 hours for those. And with the coconut milk, you're going to see you're not going to soak that one at all. Okay, so I need to adjust my camera again because you guys really can't see. So hold on 1 second. I'm going to adjust my camera and see if you guys can see what I'm doing below here. Yeah, all right, I'm just gonna have to hold it up. Okay, so here's the cashews that I already soaked. My food model is gonna help here. There's the nuts that I already soaked. That was 1 cup of nuts, okay. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my blender. So here's my blender. I'm gonna go ahead and put 4 cups of water in the blender. I already have this pre-measured. So just put 4 cups of water in the blender, and really your only ingredients here are nuts and water. You'll see that there's some other things you can add if you want to, but really that's all you need, and that's all I ever do is just nuts and water. Now I'm gonna take these cashews and I'm just gonna put them inside of my blender. Again, I'm not sure how much of that you can see. Anyway, now I'm gonna close it up.
Wait.
You wanna show it? That's what it looks like. Okay, now let's make sure I have the blender on straight because sometimes I don't line up the arrows. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and blend this. Okay, now it's gonna take 1 minute to blend, but I really wanna do this in real time because I wanna show you how simple this is. So Liam and I are gonna kind of entertain you while the minute is going by. I promise it's gonna go really quick. Here we go. I just really wanted you to see in real time how quick this is. Okay, so I had my 1 cup of nuts. I added 4 cups of water to that. Now you want to make sure that you use the most filtered water that you can use. So make sure that you do that. Use filtered water, bottled water, filtered water, you know, water that's really clean. Okay, so here's what it looks like when it's done. Isn't that cool? It looks like milk, right? But the problem is now we have some grit from the nuts there, and we need to strain that out. That's what your nut milk bag is for.
And that's why it's called nut milk.
That's right. And so here's your nut milk bag. You're just going to strain it through here, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. The reason that Liam is here is because kids love to get involved in this part because it's squishy and gooey, and it's kind of like, oh, not on your head because then we can't have it. It's squishy and gooey, and it's kind of like milking a cow. So if you have kids, you definitely want to get them involved in this part. Okay.
Cow.
Now, let's get a bowl. So we have a bowl. And we're just going to go ahead and pour it in the bag. Honey, I can't drink it if you put it on your head. Okay, so I'm going to pour it in, and then you can do the squeezing. Here's the milk. Here's the nut milk bag. I'm just going to pour it in. Okay, And all you want to do, now don't do it yet because I'm going to, now watch. It's really important to go ahead, let go for a second, to make sure you just turn it. Otherwise, I've done this before. If you don't turn it around, you're going to get all that slop that's going to come out of the top of your bag. And you don't want that because that makes a heck of a mess.
Ready?
So Liam's going to start squeezing.
No, you're getting it all.
So, now let me, I don't know, you may be way on the bottom of your screen. You can see this.
Stop,
It's just
stop,
tough.
stop. I want to do it.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
I was doing it with him.
Yeah, don't
Okay,
do
so
it
all
with
he's
me.
doing is just squeezing. He's just squeezing it. And
Squeeze
I'll show you. I'm going to show you what it
Muscles.
looks like. You got to use your muscles. Wow, what a mess. And I can actually smell the cashews. Can you smell them?
No.
Can you smell the cashews?
Yep.
Yeah, I can smell
yep,
them too.
Sorry.
Okay, so all we did was we added water and we added nuts. That's it. Now, okay, Liam's gonna go wash his hands. Actually, Liam, I'm done. You did your part, you're good. You can go to bed. I just wanna show you guys this. This is what is left. This is called nut pulp. So in this case, it is cashew pulp. If you used almonds, it would be called almond pulp. If you used coconuts, that would be the coconut pulp. So this is just called pulp, and you can actually make some really good treats with this. So I suggest saving this. You can make some really good cookies.
Can I eat this?
I don't know that it would taste that good, to be honest with you. Okay, you, mister, it's late. You need to go to bed. I will see you later. Thank you for your help. Now, I want you to see what this actually looks like. I put them in mason jars like this. So if you have a mason jar, any kind of container really will do. But I like the glass mason jar because I can see through it. I'm just gonna take this, and you know what? I need a funnel, and it's right here. I'm just gonna get it.
Oh, don't take that, Carlos. I use that for my experience. Use it for my experience.
Okay, watch. You can see, I don't know, again, I think the camera's too high. Oh, you can see a little bit. I'm gonna try to turn it a little. You see a little bit? Okay. I'm gonna set that aside, and I just want you to be able to see it. Look, does that look like milk or what? And that was not difficult,
I
right?
wanna drink it.
We just soaked the nuts. We put it in the blender with some water, the fresh water, and then we just squeezed and squished through our nut milk bag, and voila. Now we have homemade milk, and we know what the ingredients are. Okay, so this is specific carbohydrate diet legal. Now, if you were starting the specific carbohydrate diet, like on day 1, you were in the intro phase and you were in the first couple stages, this would not be considered SCD legal. So it takes, and remember, with a specific carbohydrate diet, there isn't really like a timetable. It takes everybody a different amount of time. It depends on how long you need to wait between foods to see if you're sensitive to them. But after about 2 or 3 months, you should be able to drink the nut milk. Okay, so I just wanted to make this for you guys to show you. Now, if you wanted to make almond milk, bed for you. Go wash your hands. If you wanted to make almond milk, you would do it in exactly the same way. So for almond milk, you do it exactly the same way. Coconut milk is a little bit different. This one, it's not, you don't soak it. It's not like a nut where you can soak it and then you're gonna get a lot out of it. It's a little bit different. This one needs boiling water. So you're gonna take 4 cups of water. You wanna boil it. And then you're gonna put in your 2 cups. So it's different. For nuts, remember I said 1 cup. For coconut, it's 2 cups. So 4 cups of water, 2 cups of coconut flakes. And you wanna make sure that they're the unsweetened. And while I'm talking about the type of coconut, if you're using the nuts, this is gonna be the raw nut. It should not be dry roasted, it shouldn't be salted, it shouldn't have anything in it, just the raw nut. And of course, you wanna get the best nut that you can afford. I buy mine in bulk, I keep them in jars like this, and so that I can get the organic ones. So that's what I do. And let's get back to this now. So 4 cups of water, boil it, 2 cups of the coconut milk, okay? Coconut, shredded coconut, not coconut milk, shredded coconut. Plain, unsweetened. Okay, so what you're gonna do is now you're gonna put these 2 things together. So you get a bowl, You put your boiled water and your coconut flakes in the bowl, and now you want to let it sit. Just let it sit for about 10 minutes. It's going to cool down a little bit, and it's going to kind of mix together a little bit. After that, that's when it goes in your blender. So now you're doing it exactly the same. Put the whole thing in your blender, the 4 cups of boiled water and the 2 cups of coconut flakes, right? They sat in a bowl for about 10 minutes. Put it all in your blender, blend it for 1 minute, and then you're gonna go through the nut milk bag again. And now you have coconut milk. And guess how many ingredients are in there? 2. Awesome. So yeah, you could get this, but number 1, it's not SCD legal, right? Number 2, it's got a ton, even if you decide you don't want to do the specific carbohydrate diet, it has a ton of additives in it. It has a ton of preservatives. It has some gut disruptors in it. So it's just not what you want when you have Crohn's, colitis, chronic diarrhea, or chronic constipation. It's just not good for your gut. So do yourself a favor. If you want to go dairy-free, stay away from the dairy-free aisle and instead make your own. Tell me in the comments below, is that simple? Is that something that you could do? Does it seem, like something you might want to try? And what questions do you have? Let me know. Okay, I want to tell you one more thing before we wrap up. When I make my almond milk or my cashew milk or my coconut milk, I tend to make it straight, just water and just the nut. But I want to tell you, and the reason I do that is because I don't tend to drink it straight. It's kind of bland like that. So if I was going to drink it straight, I'd probably add some kind of SCD legal sweetener to it. Yeah, I would add something like that. And I might even add some pure vanilla. But I never use it straight, so I don't do that. So just so you know, if you want to drink it straight, you might want to add some of those things. So a couple ways you can sweeten it. These are dates. Okay, so you could just add a couple dates right into your blender. Dates are a wonderful sweetener. They are a great fruit and they're very, very sweet. So this is SCD legal. If you're thinking about the specific carbohydrate diet, this is SCD legal. So you could do that. You could also do a wonderful kind of honey. This is Manuka Honey. If you have questions about this one, let me know. This is Manuka Honey. It is one of the most pure forms of honey that you can buy. If you don't have Manuka honey, it's just really rich in enzymes. It comes from New Zealand. But if you don't have this one, that's okay. Just try to use raw honey. Okay, local of course is better, but just raw honey, you could use that as a sweetener. If you're not specific carbohydrate diet legal, you could also use, like maybe you follow a more paleo approach, you could also use maple syrup. But since I'm on a specific carbohydrate diet for Crohn's disease, I've been on it since 2008, I do not use maple syrup. I use honey or the dates. But like I said, typically I don't even do that. Typically I just straight because I'm putting it in. I love to make warm milk with it, and I put a little bit of vanilla, like real vanilla, like the vanilla bean in it. It tastes like a little cinnamon. I love to make a concoction with turmeric because it's really gut healthy. I love to make smoothies with it. I use it in recipes like maybe a bread or cookies, cake, something like that. So I'm not really drinking it straight. So for me, that's fine. I don't need to add those things. But if you do want to drink it straight, I highly recommend you try some of those sweeteners and see how it goes for you. All right, that is it for today. I want to thank my helper, wherever he is, Liam, for helping me today. That got a little chaotic. I hope that was okay for you. And I want to thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful for you, go ahead and give it a like. I love it when you show some love. And also, if you know a mom that's struggling with gut issues, struggling with dairy issues especially, share this with her so that she can get a little more gut love in her life as well. We're going to continue this summer series, the SCD Simple Meals, cooking through the summer. We're going to continue this series all summer long. I cannot wait for the different recipes that I have to share with you guys, just so that you can dip your toe in the SCD water and you can see if it's something that you want to try. All right, I want to thank you again. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back here again next Thursday with another Gut Love Live session. Thanks so much for watching, and until we meet again, I'm going to wish you much gut love and much happiness always. Bye for now. Everybody have a great weekend. Bye.